Save that guy for later, you know what I mean? Alright. Here we go. Hi, boils and ghouls. It's good to see you live again. How long's it been? Too long, that's how long. Hopefully this stream isn't super janky. What I mean is hopefully it's not too rough around the edges. Hopefully it doesn't lag a lot. Obviously I got the little glitching thing. See, so here's my current situation. My live stream setup is not where I want it to be, but it's getting there. I don't go live a ton, but I go live for special occasions, and today is one such thing we'll get to in just a second. I wasn't planning to go live today. My January usually goes like this. You know, I'm warming down, cooling down, I should say, from my Christmas festivities, the holidays. I take a little hiatus, a little break. January, in the back of my head, I go, I know there's going to be new stuff coming. You know, the Lemax, the Distortions, Halloween Party Expo, blah, 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 whatnot. And the past few weeks have just been kind of like, you know what, it's coming, it'll get here. I'm just enjoying life. I've been writing my new horror book. I've been doing stuff with my friends. I've been keeping tabs on all the Halloween stuff, but I'm like, I'm trying to wait until I have enough, you know, meat on the bone to chew on to talk about for all this stuff. And lo and behold, yesterday, Oktober Studios is like, hey, remember, Halloween Party Expo is like happening tomorrow, and just dumps all this stuff. Today, just again, dumps upon dumps of all of this new Halloween stuff. Sorry if I'm a little close, I'm invading your personal space. And I'm like, you know what? It's been a while since I've gone live. I'm going to go live. And so, this is, did I just unplug? What just happened? Did I just go offline? I hope not. Like I said, the live stream setup is not where I want it to be, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Maybe it's just my own internet. I can't even connect to myself. That's fun. But what we're going to be doing here today is talking about all of this new stuff, right? This is not going to be a polished discussion of all of this stuff, all right? You can check out some of my other haunt buddies. GM Haunts, my friend Griffin comes to mind. He made this really good, well-edited video today. Some of these people are just so on their game, and I have mad respect for them. But I just was caught off guard by this, I guess. I just wasn't prepared. Even though I should have been. I should know better. I've been doing this for long enough, you would think I would. But I have several new things to talk about. I have to talk about the Lemax. It's going to get its own video. I will make eventual, once the dust all settles from Halloween and Party Expo, I will be talking about some of this stuff again in a polished, like, my favorites video or whatever the case might be. But I know that people like to hear my opinions on these matters very importantly or not importantly, depending on how you look at it. Some stranger's opinion from the internet. But I'm a hauntformer. I feel obligated to talk about this, and so we're going to talk about it. If you didn't know, it seems that I used to go to Halloween and Party Expo / HauntCon in person a few years ago when it used to be in New Orleans. Then it traveled over to Dallas, Texas, if I'm not mistaken. And I noticed that when Halloween and Party Expo went to where it is today in Las Vegas, that HauntCon split. HauntCon is now in Daytona, happening basically at the same time. It's really weird. I don't know if there was a falling out there. I don't know if they're just trying to work on separate fronts. I am not sure what the deal is, but they're not together anymore. HauntCon was more of the haunted house front end, So you're talking props specifically for haunted houses, masks, costumes, even like carpentry stuff was there, and lighting. This was mostly retail basis. Halloween and Party Expo is largely wholesale. So there may be prices on some of the props that we're going to be talking about today, or the masks or whatever. You have to keep in mind that these are the wholesale prices. The retail is going to be significantly higher. For instance, I think last year, Mangy Rat was like $130 to $150 wholesale. Wound up being somewhere around $250 to $300 retail. So keep all of that in mind. I've been, admittedly, less and less excited about HauntCon Halloween and Party Expo, mainly, over the past few years. I just feel like the Morris stuff, which is the primary stuff we're getting, and by Morris I mean really the SVI, let's be specific here, I just felt like it was lacking in the past few years. But there's been some hope. Last year, Mangy Rat was really solid. I really quite enjoyed him. He brought my enthusiasm up a bit. And I thought the Carnival Barker, though I'm, again, not crazy about the carnival stuff, was a step in the right direction without just being clowns regurgitated. And you're going to see that in a moment with this year. I think they did a good job with some of the stuff. But I do have a few qualms with it. So the main things I'm going to be talking about here today, because I don't want to take up your entire day on this live stream. But we're going to be talking about the Morris booth. I've talked about the Distortions before. I don't think Distortions made any new announcements. The last video I did with their 3 props, the Scarewolf, the Witch, and the Alien Spider, should be up to date. But we're going to be talking about the SVI stuff. We're going to be talking about Trick or Treat Studios. I'm actually going to look through the catalog for the first time. Ghoulish Productions, and anything else that strikes my fancy. Now, I have to give credit here, before we jump into this, to my very kind friends over at Lord Grimley's Manor. I've worked with Lord Grimley's before. I had a coupon code there, for Pete's sake. I've bought from them just by myself many a times. And I love their shop. They're really cool people there. And they always are pumping out the Halloween grind. And so I'm just doing my due diligence in using some of the footage that they captured here today. Now, let me go back to me for a sec. So we're about to jump into this. There's probably some stuff I haven't seen yet. I've seen a good majority of it, and I already have some opinions on it. But feel free to leave yours in the chat. I can see it right now on my computer. I admit that this is a weird time for a stream. It's like 3:30. Kind of weird. I get ya. But I'm going to leave this up on my channel, so if you're watching this late, thank you for tuning in. I wanted to have my opinions available for you all, because it's going to take me some time to get to that polished video, you know, to be edited, adding the music, setting my camera thing up. I just wanted to get my thoughts out there in case you wanted to hear them. Or in case you're someone who maybe isn't even in the loop, doesn't even know what I'm talking about today, you'll have a better understanding of the Halloween and Party Expo, which is an annual wholesale extravaganza where retailers can go see the new Halloween stuff, and some Christmas, honestly. When I was there was a lot of Christmas wholesale too, and party stuff, hence the name. And this is kind of for them, but some influencers go in, get videos of the new stuff, and then people like me can talk about said stuff. So here we go. Again, thank you to Lord Grimley's for always posting this stuff. I'm going to go right in a row. What I'm going to do is, actually, how do I want to do this? Let's start with the Morris. I think most people really want to hear about the Morris stuff. We're going to start with the props and animatronics, and we'll fade into the masks. I'm a big fan of masks, but I know some people on my channel really just like the props. Respectable. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's go. So, Morris, just for a little setup here, Morris Costumes is an online retailer. They've been in the market for a long, long time. In fact, met a couple of the Morris people a few years ago. Apparently, they watched some of my videos. Really kind people. The original founder of Morris Costumes was actually the inventor of Bigfoot. Look it up. It's an awesome story. But I'm really excited, as always, to share their stuff. They don't just, distribute SVI stuff, seasonal visions, which is mostly what we're talking about here. They also do distortions and techie sometimes. I hear some techie jumping spiders in the background here, but we all know what that is. Brandon actually in the chat said, rumor going around that Distortions will no longer be selling props to Morris. That's an interesting rumor, Brandon. I've not heard that yet. I know they've had a partnership for a long, long time, so it would be a little sad if that was broken, but maybe Distortions is finding out that they're selling retail on their website and it's doing well for them. That's my guess. But, I don't know. I don't want to, spread a rumor if I have no evidence for it, but I that's my guess if that is true. So, there you go. Anyway, let's talk about the props. I see Carnival Barber. I see... So, the Scarecrows is saying that which looks very similar to the ones that that guy looks new. I don't like him, but he's new. There's been a trend of a lot of companies trying to cash in on the 12-foot, 15-foot monster thing. And to me, it's like the Home Depot ones really nailed it the first time, unless you're going to do something really different or unique. Like, I think Party City's been doing a good job with them, right? I think they've been adding a lot of detail and doing stuff that Home Depot doesn't do on that mass scale. But stuff like this is just, like, cheapifying it. Just because it's tall doesn't make it good in a... that Scarecrow looks new. I can't tell what he's doing. Is he slide? If you want a better look at him. Go back. Like I said, half of this is like boomer metal. Oh, a woke nightmare. Let me just barge in. Said it's not a rumor. Ed confirmed it in a live stream. First time in over 40 years that they are direct to customer online. Wow. Okay. Well, so the thing is, I have, again, sorry, I'm taking away from the video. I have a Morris account, and from what I've seen, they still have stuff from Distortions, but it's probably leftover stuff in their warehouse, I'm guessing. And once it's all gone, oh yeah, you're gonna see my you're gonna see my tabs, by the way, or my bookmarks or whatever. You're gonna see the Bible app up there. You're going to see the Creepypasta wiki up there, eBay and Mercari, Canvas, which is for school, Letterboxd. Yeah, it's all pretty fitting for me. I watch hauntformer longer than existence. Hauntformer is my existence. So that video really didn't show too much. Here's the Scarecrow. He's probably the coolest thing from that video, but that's not really saying much. Okay. Let's go to the next video. Anyway, just to finalize my thoughts on that split of Morris and Distortions. Distortions has to do what it has to do for a business-wise. I hope that it ended on good terms, because I know the Morris family and the Distortions crew were good friends, and I hope there wasn't like something there, because they seem, on both sides like good people. Alright, let's check out... Okay, now we're getting to the stuff, the hot stuff, right? There are three things, that have been the most intriguing. The first is this guy. I guess you would call him... I don't know what that is. It's like a balancing act clown. Is this the pogo clown that people are talking about? I don't know. He's like a balance artist clown. Second thing is right here, this guy. I'm going to let the video play. I'm just setting up the jokes, setting up the punchlines here. That is a sword swallower. And then, what's up, everybody? And then there is this guy up here, which you can't... I've yet to see a good image of his face, but unfortunately, this is one of my qualms. Unfortunately, I think it's that standard old man Morris SVI face. But great idea. He's holding a body over his shoulder, like I don't know if he's a grave robber or like a mortician or whatever the case. I really like his outfit, though, and I love the thing over his shoulder. Everything else looks like we've seen before. That's so let's get to play again. There's the balancing act clown. The sword swallower. Sinister says the face is well detailed. I think his word for it because that's probably one of the best videos. So let's go through each of these guys. I'm going to pause. Let me get on a good spot. That's as good as I'm going to get, I guess. Oh, the video audio is at the same level as your microphone. Thank you for that. I needed that. Let me... Desktop audio, going to turn that down. And my mic should still be relatively high. How's that? Anyway, I'm going to pause it because I'm going to talk about the balancing clown. Is there a pogo stick clown? Someone said there's a pogo stick clown, but maybe they were referring to the balancing clown. Anyway, the balancing clown is a great idea. Everyone on YouTube in this community of Halloween people know about my distaste of clowns. But it was never that I hated clowns. It was that I hated the overabundance of clowns. Sorry, I'm reading the chat. I hated the overabundance of clowns and overabundance of the same clowns. And I've never liked the monster clowns. What I mean is a clown that looks scary. Clowns, to me, were always so scary because they looked friendly. And it was creepy that a clown... I'll let the video play. It was creepy that a clown was a villain because they look so innocent, and yet you know that they're evil. That is a creepy clown. John Wayne Gacy, the notorious serial killer that kind of set the clown thing off, was horrifying because seemed like a friendly guy, but we know he wasn't. That's creepy. Having something with fangs and it's dressed like a clown just doesn't make any sense. I've never liked that. Even stuff like... what's his name? Crouchy. Just good sculpt and all, but the fact that he's a clown, I don't really get it. that said, clowns work well when they're doing clowny things, okay? Funny things, or things that you would see at a circus. Balancing clown, great idea. I really like that idea. I think he's kind of small, like, comparatively, looks like not a large character, but I think the idea is like a forced perspective thing because he's up so high, so I dig it. I think he's a cool idea, and I quite enjoy him. As for the Sword Swallower, I like him even more, and I think what I really like about him is that he isn't a clown. Last year, the what was his name, the Barker, kind of was clowny, and I didn't fully get it, because usually in an actual circus, the Barker is different from the clowns. The clowns do the entertainment. The Barker's more of a ringleader type of character to usher people in. There is an actual ringleader. But I didn't get why he was dressed like a clown. And so when I heard that there was a sword swallower, I'm like, it's going to be a sword swallowing clown. To my surprise, it isn't. It's just a guy who's dressed for the circus. You can see him right there. And I like he's got the hat, got the overalls. Looks really good. I think that's really great. And then as for the other guy, who's clearly more up my alley at least, the guy with the body over his shoulder, lovely idea. I really like that. I can't see his face, so I couldn't fully tell you my opinions on the look of him. But as for the concept, it's quite awesome. Now, I am a bit nervous because last year we had the excellent gardener. You remember him with the hedge trimmers, and gone, not for sale. They pulled it. They 86'd it, and that sucks because he was so cool of an idea. I really hope that all three of these are good ideas. I really hope the Sword Swallower doesn't get canceled, because even though I have no use for it, really, I think in terms of carnival stuff, it's one of the better ideas. Fire Breathing Man would be awesome too, and they could do that with the air. So that's a really good idea, the air and like the flickering flame or whatnot. It's really cool. Yeah, I can't see his face, but it looks pretty well detailed. That's the main thing. So you have the balancing clown. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The clown's nothing special, but the idea of it is great. The Sword Swallower is a good idea, and he looks the part. So I like that. And I can't see the face of the grave robber, but I really do like that idea as well. So Morris, I got to give you props. SVI, for your Morris stuff. It's pretty solid this year. This is a good lineup. Last year was pretty good too. I'd say they're, pretty close. I really like the rat. That's just my thing. But these are great. Pretty good, I should say. I don't know if I'd say great, but pretty good. Pretty solid, Morris. So well done. Yeah. A YouTuber named Animatronic Halloween has a really good... Let me switch here. I'm going to look up Animatronic Halloween. I've been to their channel before, so give me just a second. Animatronic Halloween. If I could spell animatronic right. Oh, and of course my live stream pops up. No! Okay, so... Okay. So, shout out, of course, I want to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Animatronic Halloween. Maybe they're even watching this. Thank you for filming this. I filmed the Morris booth years ago, and I'm always happy to get the best footage that I can. So I always respect when people get the good footage. So here's the booth. Interesting place they're in Vegas. 90% sure the sword swallower is techie. That's interesting if that's the case, but I would believe you because it looks so darn good. Not that SVI can't do good sculpts. They do great sculpts. So here we go. Maybe I should turn it up just a little. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. There is the Pogo Clown. Oh, there's the Sword Swallower. Nice. So again, remember that $140 price tag is the wholesale. Yeah, let's do a live stream instead of a live stream. Great idea. That won't kill my signal. I'll just look like a fuzzball. Look, I really like the look of him, but I'm guessing he's going to be around $250 or something. Some change. So, yeah. Oh, there's his face. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just kind of a standard SVI face. And again, the glowing eyes, man. Can we chill with the glowing eyes, man? Please. Oh, I love that the body twitches. Alright, well, yeah, that made me, that made me a little disappointed. I find it funny, that Spell Speaking Witch is still being produced. Yeah, I mean, she's just kind of a, go-to character, I guess. Alright, so now we've seen the Morris stuff. Let me get out of here. Well, again, thank you to Animatronic Halloween for posting that video. We're going to get to the Trick or Treat Studios catalog at the end, because I know that's kind of an endeavor in and of itself. Let's talk about... Well, I'll pull up the Oktober Studios video real quick. I've never really talked too much about their stuff, but I gotta say, a lot of their props and masks, look, you see the Art the Clown Terrifier stuff, looks pretty promising. Looks pretty promising. You got the monkey, you got the devil. Oh, look at that. I love that guy. Do you see that? The spider guy? That is sick. So pretty cool here. Shrunken head. Is that a mask, I'm guessing? It's nice, whatever it is. And they have the ice cream clown. Okay. So pretty good. Their quality looks to be on par with Ghoulish, which Ghoulish is one of my favorite mask companies. Speaking of them, let's talk about them. Hayden Bro said, did you see the Ghostface Santa? I did. Let me pull that up real quick. They're doing a big extravaganza, it looks like, at the Fun World booth for Ghostface. I mean, they've been doing an extravaganza forever because Ghostface is Ghostface. And you can't really see it here. I saw a post the other day with it, but if you look right there, you see that? There is a Ghostface Santa. Actually has the Santa hat and a beard. I think that's fun. Not anything I need to go out of my way for, but it's neat. I like that. After a while, I can imagine when you're sitting on the Ghostface license for so long, it's like, what do you do? And there's an alien Ghostface prop at Fun World. Quite interesting. Sorry if the stream's being funny, by the way. I know sometimes it gets a little funny. Yeah, the Ghostface Santa, is pretty interesting, to say the least. So there you have that. We talked about Oktober Studios. Let's talk about the Ghoulish Productions, because they have a few exciting things. And you can see one of them right off the bat. The Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey masks. I can't tell if these are officially licensed or just based on it. And okay, here's the thing. I haven't seen Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. I heard it's awful. But the masks look cool, admittedly. The masks look pretty dope. I'm guessing that this is Piglet. As someone who hasn't seen the movie, it looks like Piglet. It's next to Winnie the Pooh. If, you know, it's really creepy regardless. And I guess if you're a fan of the movie, there you go. And I guess even if you're not, they're still well done masks. This is a part of, I don't know why the Winnie the Pooh ones are here, but this area is their internet, they call them Creepypasta masks, but not all of these are technically Creepypasta. I should know, I have the little Creepypasta wiki thing up there. I'm a Creepypasta author, if you didn't know, and a lot of the Creepypasta community takes the naming of them very seriously. But they have the Trevor Henderson monsters, which if you didn't know, Trevor Henderson did my logo, which is fun to say. But Trevor Henderson designed several monsters, like the bridge monster right here. This guy, which I forgot the name, but the face opens up. And Siren Head, of course, which I actually have that Siren Head mask. Grab it. Right here, actually. Which is super sick. I love that mask. Yeah, Bridgeworm, not Bridge Monster, my bad. Next year, they're probably going to have that Steamboat Willie mask, too, so don't be surprised. If we move down, you're going to notice real quick, can you see it? You probably barely caught this before. But right down here is the El Ayuwaki. If you remember, many, many years ago, sorry, I felt a tickle in my throat. A tickle, pickle. El Ayuwaki, I actually got like an original one a few years ago. I've since sold it, which is kind of sad, but someone offered me a really fair price and I couldn't turn them down. But now it looks like I can re-get our friend the El Ayuwaki, which if you don't know what that is, it's a creepy Michael Jackson mask that Morbid made many years ago. It was called Wacko Jacko, and there was a creepy meme several years ago called El Ayuwaki, kind of a joke from Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal. Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Ayuwaki, Annie? Ayuwaki. I don't know where that came from, but it was like big, like in like Mexico, like in Spanish-speaking countries. I don't know why, and they made a horror game about it. Anyway, all that lore to say, they're making a creepy Michael Jackson mask. Someone asked, what's the one by the hands? Well, there's hands right there. To the left, that is Jay the Killer, a.k.a. our friend Jeff the Killer. And to the right, this is SCP-096, or Shy Guy. I think they call it Shy Mask. So, there you go. And you can see Cartoon Cat and several other internet creepypasta masks here. Now, there was a kind of a thing a few years ago where some YouTubers were talking about whether or not they have the rights to these masks or these characters, and I don't have a full-blown answer. I don't know if they contact the creators. I don't know if Trevor Henderson is even aware that they're doing this. I have no idea. If any of these creators are watching, I'd be curious to get your input. But yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I believe some creators said that they did not receive any information from Ghoulish. So, I don't know if that's since changed. This was many years ago, like 5 or 6 years ago. An SCP, because AA Games said, what does SCP stand for? It stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. Kind of this mythological research facility where they house all these crazy monsters. And you can go to the archive database online, and there's just tons of weird monsters. It's really fun, actually. It's really cool. All different authors contribute to it. Is that a Joker mask on the far right? If it's not, it looks like Joker. I mean, he's got gray hair. It may just be an old clown, but he looks like a throwback Joker. I really quite like it, whatever it is. That's a creepy clown. That is a creepy clown to me. That's a correct clown. Let's go down. You got this guy. Is that like a clown pumpkin? Weird. Okay. You got the neon clowns. Got the three-headed face clown. Alien. Some severed heads. The upside down guy. Like a military zombies. Okay, that was the first video. This is their second video. Again, credit to Lord Grimley's Manor, of course, for the footage. This guy, I can't remember if I've seen him before, but he's kind of cool, like a warrior demon. There's just so much stuff to point out. That's like a knockoff Reagan McNeil from The Exorcist. That looks new. Oh, that's sick. You see that? That's like an old vampire bat guy. Wow. I love that. And look at that. With its mouth open. Oh. That is sick. I love those. I love Ghoulish is one of my favorite mask companies. So I might be a little biased with some of my opinions, but I really dig it. Up there is the new Leprechaun mask. Not from the movie. It doesn't look like Warwick Davis from the horror films, but a creepy leprechaun. Nevertheless, I love that. I would really like that for St. Patrick's Day. I don't think these are going to be available in time, but it would be great to get them. And welcome in, Justin. I did see your text, so thank you for the heads up. And thanks for joining. Yeah, the vampire stuff is sick. No one talked about this, by the way. So there's a Grinch mask, I noticed, and another Krampus, it looks like. But there's a gingerbread. And nobody mentioned this before, and I really quite like it. Gingerbread. There's a gnome/elf, and then another elf. And some kind of a sea monster, shark guy. You have the ant again, which I love the ant. And is that a gargoyle? Or a rhino? They're like adding to this like line of animals. It's really fascinating. But I quite dig that. So that's video number 2 from our fine friends at Lord Grimley's. Video number 3, a lot of their face masks, hands. I know they do some props. You got some hanging props here, severed heads. That's cool. It's like a steering wheel with zombie hands. Oh, you put the zombie hands on your steering wheel. That's fun. That's fun. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Some of this stuff I've actually caught glimpses of at Halloween City, and Party City actually was carrying some of these, props from Ghoulish Productions. Appliances, you have the Rabbit Easter Bunny costume. So some stuff we've seen before. Here's some of the, oh, look at the burger. So when I was at, sorry, my mind's drawing a blank. It's like Halloween overload. It's so much in my brain, so forgive me. When I was at Halloween City, that's the words I was looking for, they had some of these freaky foods. And they look like they've dropped some new ones since. The turkey is awesome. If you're doing any kind of creepy holiday thing, like for Thanksgiving or Christmas, that is awesome. And then you have the burger, which, if you're a fan of Creepypastas, it could be the Burger Entries burger, or burger, or whatever you want to say. Grr. Someone make that into a meme. But you have the turkey, you have the burger, I see the cookie tray, ice cream, Chinese takeout thing, some skulls, very, very nice. And then it looks like Resident Evil, Hellraiser, Bram Stoker's Dracula, the Hyper Masks. There's like a xenomorph kind of styled one in these werewolves that I think are made by one of their in-house artists. And then look at that. Look at that. With the bugs on it and the... What is that? It's really gross. I love that. Anything that's like weird, like eyeballs popping out, like contortion, I love all of that. It's just so weird. This thing is incredible. This is one of their big, lavished masks that they do every now and again. It's like this tribal guy. I am into that thing. They're aliens. There's their returning alien. Look at him. I don't know if that's supposed to be an alien or like like an ancient creature. That is sick. That is really cool. And their lab specimens. It's just great. Again, there's too much stuff. Go check this stuff out for yourself. You can go to Lord Grimley's Instagram and see even more of this for yourself. Make your own opinions, please, by all means. But I just love sharing all this. The freaky foods are awesome. Ghoulish has really stepped up their game with the props in the prop department, and kudos to them. This looks like a Vecna mask from Ghoulish as well. And that is really well detailed. I really do need to watch Stranger Things. Oh, it's a hyper mask too, of all things. Wow. Really impressive. Yeah, Justin, I think you're right, like an Aztecian alien. Which is great. It's like an ancient alien, and we like that. Wow. Check all these out. Their sculpts and the paint jobs are so like crisp, like very solid work with all of these. They're like art pieces. So there you go on the Ghoulish. I think the only thing left is to talk about the Trick or Treat Studios. So again, thank you if you've been with me so far. Let me go back to me real quick. Here's what I'm going to do. Just so this stream doesn't go forever. I don't even know how long the stream's been going for. So it doesn't go forever, because I'm going to keep this on my channel. I'm going to go through the Trick or Treat Studios catalog. It's got 132 pages. So I'm going to go, kind of quick through the stuff we've seen before and highlight new stuff. And then I'll probably, say my goodbyes, end the stream. I'll go into the description, and I will try to timestamp when I talked about each of the new things. So you can go back and watch it. And then once the dust settles with the expo and everything, then I can make some polished videos about some final thoughts on all of this. I'm also going to talk about any new distortion stuff, which will likely drop by the time I get around to it. The Lemax, I have to do the Lemax videos. This is such an exciting time of year, you guys. You have no idea. Actually, you probably do have an idea of it. It's a fun time. It's a fun time. And thank you for being along for the ride. I know it's a weird time. It's January 23rd at 4 p.m. And this is what we're doing. That's because you're a real one. And you're watching Hauntformer, so I appreciate it. All right, let's talk about Trick or Treat Studios. My favorite mask company. Here's kind of my opinion, actually. And Trick or Treat Studios has been... Well, let me just say what my opinion is, and then you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Ghoulish Productions wins in terms of custom, original masks. Like, they have so many unique, random masks. Trick or Treat Studios, hands down, wins for all the licensed characters. If you want one from a movie or a game or whatever, they are who you go to. But recently, Trick or Treat Studios has been making some great originals as well. Not that they never didn't, I just think Ghoulish had a greater selection. But we'll see if they change that this year. Trick or Treat Studios, my friends. So... First thing, right off the bat, First page. Dang. And if you're late to the party, don't worry. I'm gonna save this to the channel, and I'm gonna put the timestamps. You'll be well and good. Trust me. Ghostbusters. I've been waiting since last year when they announced that they were going to do Ghostbusters in the near future. It took a year, but it's worth the wait. Ghostbusters is one of my favorite films ever. I've loved it since I was a kid, so these characters are really important to me. Of course, they got the big three, I'd say, for Ghostbusters fans. The Librarian Ghost, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and Slimer. And he glows in the dark, too. I was wondering what that said. They also have some signs, too. The No Ghost sign and a few others. I absolutely adore all three of these. They're awesome. Let me put a Slimer up a little bit. For display purposes especially. The Librarian one would probably work the best as a costume, because you could put, like, the dress on or whatnot. But Stay Puft is great. And Slimer. I have a strong feeling we may see these in retail stores this Halloween, like Spirit, but all of these are awesome, and whatever ones I can get my hands on, I'm going to go for it. I do have several Slimery things, and my favorite Stay Puft in terms of the characters, but in terms of masks, Librarian Ghost might take the cake. The sculpt is incredible in the paint job, and there's not as much merch about her. It's more about those guys, so, you know, I'm going to do what I can. Goosebumps! Goosebumps. Holy crap. Welcome to Horrorland sign. I didn't even notice that before. And the Reader Beware. But the main thing are all of these vacuform. Actually, they're not really vacuform. These are the vacuform guys. These are that, like, special molded plastic masks. As you can see, they have Slappy, Curly, the Haunted Mask, the Mummy, and the Mud Monster. Slappy's fantastic. I was a child of the early 2000s. I was born in the late 90s, but the 2000s was when I was reading these Goosebumps books, because they were my favorite things to read in, like, elementary school and early middle school. I've always loved a lot of these characters, and so to see so many of these from the books, too, is great. And they also have some from the television show, which is exciting. Thanksgiving. Man, a lot of exciting stuff. If you saw my video on my favorite movies of last year, Thanksgiving was at the top. Eli Roth's movie of the holiday of the same name. I love both of those masks. They have the burnt John Carver and the regular John Carver. Probably would have to go with the regular, personally. And the hat, fantastic. I don't know what Twisted Metal is, but they have Twisted Metal stuff too, so you can check those out. The machete is quite cool, actually, and the mask. Of course, Halloween. Looks like new for 2024, but what's different about them? Are they just bringing these back? Deluxe Myers, interesting. Oh, it's because they've lost the rights to so many movies and stuff. I'm curious how they're going to continue any of these masks. So they're calling these new masks. I see. Okay, that's clever, because Michael Myers has been Michael Myers. You know, especially in the first two movies, not a ton changed. It was the same kind of mask, just worn down. Nice. Okay, so we have some returning Michael Myers masks. All that is returning. All that is returning. You know, the only sad thing that I gotta point out, a moment of silence, was the loss of the Halloween 3 license. That hurts bad. I love Halloween 3. Man. I do have all my Halloween 3 masks, so I'm fine with it. I have them all, but for people who didn't, man, that really sucks. 50th anniversary Texas Chainsaw. Yeah, it's a big year for TCM fans. They have all the masks. Oh, they have the Leatherface teeth, which is really cool. So you can wear that under the mask, you know. Let's keep going. Texas Chainsaw 2. Got some, couple new Leatherface masks, but I'm not really as familiar with these films, with the later Leatherface Texas Chainsaw films. You have Chaney Entertainment, Lon Chaney, and the Hammer Monster movies. Okay, some exciting stuff. Reagan McNeil. First thing I noticed, oh, you can't see her, can you? Because I'm taking up the space here. Let me fix that. There's Reagan from The Exorcist. That's exciting. I mean, The Exorcist is my favorite movie, so that's just great. But you can also see the Lost Boys, several new Lost Boys masks, and the Fangs. That's great. The Goonies, you have Sloth, and I think this is going to be one of the biggest sellers guaranteed this year, Beetlejuice. From Beetlejuice, obviously. That is crazy. I was not expecting that. That's exciting. Oh yeah, definitely check out Halloween 3, Wicked Man. Nightmare on Elm Street. Here we have the 1984 Freddy. This is the Don Post mask. And then they are finally doing some Jason masks. Here's Jason Goes to Hell from Elusive Concepts. That is terrific. That's great. I have not seen Jason Goes to Hell, actually. So that's going to be a movie I'm going to have to watch this year. See? Corpse Bride. It. Gremlins. And Gremlins 2. All of the new Mogwai. Oh, and the Splice of Life designer jeans. Sime. That's great. Before I move on from the Gremlins, all I want to say is I have a theory just based on some little things in my ear that Gremlins are going to be a big property at some retail stores this year. That's just a hunch. We'll see if I'm right. But it makes sense because I love Gremlins. So they should do what I love, dang it. I'm just kidding. Oh, the Tiki guy is awesome. The Scooby-Doo Tiki guy is great. I don't remember that witch, but it's really good. All the Scooby masks are great. Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, House of the Dragon, some new stuff. Game of Thrones. Thundercats, some new stuff. Year Without a Santa Claus. Got Frosty and the Miser Brothers. Those are fun. I love those. G.I. Joe. Dungeons and Dragons. Here we have Toxic Crusaders. So, Toxic Avenger. I hope the Toxic Avenger mask is still around. I never got to pick that one up. But, there he is. And the Tromaville sign. Return of the Living Dead. Terrifier. You have the Art the Clown Hacksaw. Interesting prop. Terrifier 2 masks. Kind of some upgraded masks. Which is nice. The Crow masks. Excuse me. And Nightbreed. Some new knives. Man, there's a lot of stuff. Clockwork Orange. Hellraiser. The Strangers. The Shining. Great. Oh, the Axe is back. That's always exciting. Creep Show. I love Creep Show. You can see in the background, Creep Show is one of my faves. Carrie. Phantasm. Oh, Phantasm's a big one. Let me zoom in on this. Look at this. It's going to be kind of hard to see. You have the Tall Man. Look at him. And the Lurkers. The Minion Lurker and the Evil Lurker. But this, I did not know they were making the sphere, the ball. The Phantasm frickin' ball. That is iconic. I love that. Phantasm is a series, I've only seen the first movie, but it's one that isn't talked about as much, and it's nice that they're giving, like, even some cult favorites some love. So that's great. Thanks, everyone, for joining the chat, by the way. I see you all in the comments. Hey, ABC Halloween. And, everybody, thanks for chilling with me. Haunt. Seen those before. A lot of these we've seen. Day of the Dead. Although I really want that Dr. Tongue. I just watched Day of the Dead. And it's great. It's such a cool movie. Dawn of the Dead and Night of the Living Dead. Oh, shoot. You see that? Oh my gosh. Billy the Puppet sound and motion puppet from Saw. They actually got Tobin Bell to record lines for this. There's a video on YouTube somewhere of it in action. That is awesome. I love Billy the Puppet. Saw is one of my favorite horror series. So to see him, I have my other Billy Puppet, that one in the corner, right to my side. This is a great lineup, Trick-or-Treat Studios. This is exciting. More Saw stuff. Spiral, which is cool. Evil Dead 2, Trick or Treat, The Twilight Zone, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, Hellfest, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Krampus, Killer Clowns. Oh, it's loading, it's loading. More Killer Clowns, Ghoulies 2, Motel Hell, Rocky. Well, here's all 4 members of KISS masks. That's pretty crazy. That is exciting. Oh, that Nate guy's joining us. Thank you, my friend. Welcome in, Nate. Got the chance to drop in. I appreciate you. This is the new Trick-or-Treat Studios catalog. We were just looking at the, by the way, if you're joining, whoever, thank you. We were just looking at the animatronics and the props. And now we're looking at the masks. And we're ending on a high note with Trick-or-Treat Studios. Iron Maiden and Ghost. A lot of their band masks. Motorhead, Megadeth, Misfits. I've recently been listening to some Misfits stuff. It's pretty cool. House of a Thousand Corpses. Devil's Rejects. All the Rob Zombie movies. 31, pretty awesome. Ooh. Mabry Monsters. Some new Mabry Monsters. A lot of them. Check all those guys out. Those are some custom ones from Justin Mabry, who's the president of art at Trick-or-Treat. You see this connection? Oh, you can't see all those Jason masks. Apologies. Let me fix that for you. You see those? Look at that. So you can make your own custom ones, too. How exciting is that? A lot of people have been asking for Friday the 13th, so it was only a matter of time. Yeah, a lot of awesome stuff coming from Tots. It's a very exciting year indeed. Chamber of Horrors. Oh. Wow, I love those. Look at that mummy. That is sick. Okay, those are cool. I don't know. I'm not familiar with Chamber of Horrors. It looks like it's like an old EC Comics series of characters is my guess. But they're great, no matter what they are. And you have a lot of the Don Post characters. Frankenstein, Eric, the Snake Mummy, Death Cyborg. Ooh, I love him. I love that guy. Frankenstein, 2001, with his brain out. How sick is he? And the, whoa. I went off. My bad. Fixing it. And you have the Captain Kirk mask down there in the corner to make your own Myers masks if you're a crafty one. Here are some glow-in-the-dark monsters. Ooh, nuclear death. Hey, you got the even got the skull. So Halloween 3 is kind of around. It probably doesn't have the chip in the back from Halloween 3, but that is sick. All these are awesome. More. Oh wait, the Halloween 3 masks are here. What the heck? I was wrong. I thought they lost the license. Thank goodness. Whew. Scared me. Alright, so they're still here. But look at all the variants of the skull. That's cool. More Halloween 3. Okay. So if you saw my community tab post I talked about earlier, it was because of this guy right here. The Metaluna Mutant. And the Saucer Man right here. So, man, okay, well let me look at these guys first, because these are cool too. The Pirate, the Grim Ghoul, and the Cranial Skull. All those are awesome. These are from Elusive Concepts. Okay. I guess they didn't lose the license. That's exciting. Oh, you have your 4K, Nate, of Halloween 3? I need to get that. I love that movie. I know, yeah, you have the masks of it. You're going to have to put those up, in your place. Put up the mask with the movie. I've always been a fan of the Universal classic monsters. And, you usually hear, like, Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein are kind of the go-tos. But there's some weird ones that a lot of people don't talk about. The Mole People, for instance. And, the Metaluna Mutant is another one that is not talked about. Now, the movie about the Metaluna Mutant isn't great. In fact, Mystery Science Theater made fun of it. But it's such a classic sci-fi horror movie that it deserves your attention and recognition. The movie is called This Island Earth. And this alien is, like, so flippin' cool. I love it. It's such a great alien. I've always wanted a mask of this character, and I never thought I would get it. Yeah, the Saucer Man, Nate pointed out, is from a movie called Invasion of the Saucer Men, go figure, and it's such a funny movie. If you like the movie Killer Clowns from Outer Space, which most of you do, especially if you're Spirit Halloween people, you will love the movie Invasion of the Saucer Men. Very similar, kind of like hokey, sci-fi, funny, scary movie. But these aliens are iconic. Both of these are must-haves for me, obviously, given my obsession with aliens. But that's great. And now here's some of their originals. You have Dorian Gray. Ooh, that is creepy. Shambler and Beach Goon. Oh, man. Like, every time I see these catacomb these make me feel like I'm like a kid on Christmas morning. It's just exciting. And here's a lot of their other originals that they've had before. See, the Monitor, if you notice, look at him, all right? And now look at the Mutant. Very similar. A lot of aliens were inspired by those early sci-fi movies. You have Bite-Mares, you have the wrapping paper. Here are some ornaments. Some more ornaments. And the little busts. Oh, there's the Exorcist Reagan statue. Ghosts of Halloween and the Werepups. Ooh! I love this. There's the Return of the Living Dead. That's the trioxin zombie barrel. And the dissected dog. That's fantastic. Ghost, Halloween, Trick or Treat. A lot of Halloween. I mean, if there's one thing that Trick or Treat Studios is really known for, it's Michael Myers. Texas Chainsaw, some new Leatherface figures. The Scream Grates. Oh, they added Pumpkinhead. And it looks like Art the Clown figure coming soon. The Goosebumps figures are all new. What is this? Char, whatever. The Texas Chainsaw. And look at this. This is awesome. It's like a play set. It's like a display of the dinner table with Sally and Grandpa. Oh my gosh. And Hitchhiker. Fans of the game are going to love this too. They are just cranking out stuff, man. This is incredible. All these pins, new Ghostbusters pins. Oh, I love the Stay Puft there. If I'm brushing through too fast, please go back and look at this for yourself. It's just so much to take in, and I don't want the live stream to be like 7 hours long. So I'm just trying to give a sample. Look at the Misfits pumpkin pin. That is sweet. The Fiend there. Yeah, I even saw a lot of Christmas ones. Oh, here's some new cutouts. The Guar. The Saw. Oh my gosh. Toxic Avenger. Day of the Dead. You got Bubs there. Oh, man, this is cool. Night of the Living Dead. Wow. Wow. Ghostbusters keychain at the Cedric Hotel. Oh my gosh. Terrifier purse. Goosebumps purse. Billy the Puppet Bag, candles, games, Terrifier soap. It's crazy, guys. It is crazy. Games. I always love playing board games with my friends, and just to see like Chucky board game, that has to be so fun, I would imagine. Incredible. More games. A blank page. Be on the lookout for these new licenses later. Ooh. Army of Darkness. Poltergeist. That means very likely we're going to get the clown doll and the masks of the monsters. RoboCop Bozo Peanuts. Wow. Wow. Well, dang, guys. Guys and gals. Now, you can see, before I end this, you can see if you go to Lord Grimley's Instagram, some of these masks on display at the moment. Well, like here, you have Beetlejuice, if I can load, actually, it. My internet's getting a little slow now. But the Ghostbusters and all that. Jason. Yeah, if they drop that Ghostbusters clown, if they drop that Poltergeist clown, Nate, I am with ya. I love that clown. That is such a creepy thing. There's the Jason mask, as you can see. You can see the Freddy next to it as well. Uh-oh, it booted me off. Well, anyway, I digress. There's always so much to look at. Let me go back to the front page of it. Or not. Well, it's a lot to take in, everybody. That is a lot to take in. Whew. Jeez. New props, new animatronics, masks from Ghoulish and Oktober Studios, Trick or Treat Studios. What a time to be alive in the Halloween world, am I right? This is, like I said, like, you know how we always, like, prepare for, like, the spirit stuff and the retail store stuff in the summer? This is, like, preparing for that. This is, like, the pre-show. And not that many people see this stuff this early. This is, like, we're getting a cool entry into Halloween already. It's January, it's the new year, and here we are talking about it once again. This was fun. I hate to leave because there's so many of you here, and you've been watching the whole time, and the stream probably went out 5 times, and I have my little static thing going around the front. Yeah, this is a sweet Halloween season. I appreciate that Nate guy for joining. What I'm going to do for everyone who missed part of this stream or all of it, after I'm done here, I am going to go into the description, add timestamps of each of the sections so you can go back and see my reactions to all of this stuff. There's very likely more to be seen. So expect some polished videos, non-live stream videos in the near future. This is exciting. In terms of my favorite stuff, it's nice to see the animatronics. It really is. I like the Sword Swallower a lot. But in terms of my heart, the Metaluna Mutant and the Saucer Man masks are like, whoa. The Ghostbusters masks, especially the Librarian, are like, whoa. And some of those Ghoulish masks, the alien ones, so the Ayuwaki is fun. It's really cool. This is cool. This is fun, and I'm very appreciative of all you guys joining. It's weird. Like, I'm a Halloween and horror exclusive channel. You wouldn't think that a live stream in January at like 4 o'clock on a Tuesday would take off, but you're all here for it. I'm here for it, and I'm thankful that you were around. I'm going to end the stream now. I'm going to add those things in the description so you can go to the timestamps. New masks, props, and animatronics, man. In January. How exciting. Thanks for joining me. I will be back for more streams. I always, I love doing the regular videos with my backdrop and with the lights and setting up my camera. But the streams are so fun because I get to interact with you guys and be chill with you. And it's really cool. Ayuwaki is the creepy Wacko Jacko Michael Jackson mask that there was a creepypasta of a few years ago. So yeah, there you go. Oh, and Maddox, thank you. Yeah, I remember you from the plane. That's funny. Well, you never know if the tide turns and we're back again. I've had some internal discussions about if I'm returning the flagship, if I'm going to go to Transworld. I thought even about going to HauntCon because it's actually in Daytona. Halloween and Party Expo, on the other hand, is in Las Vegas. So there you go. Thank you, Nate, for the comment. Thank you all for the comments. But really, don't thank me. Thank you for tuning in. And if you have a favorite thing from this expo, like a mask, a little prop, an accessory, even a costume, whatever you saw that tickled your spook meter, leave it in the comments. I want to see what everyone's favorite thing was. Was it the sword swallower, the balancing clown, something from Trick or Treat Studios, something from, heck, you can throw in distortions too. It's cool with me. But yeah, it's exciting. It's a good time of year, everybody. And I will see you in the next video, or live stream at this point. But things to expect. More polished videos from this stuff. I do need to talk about the Lemax stuff, so prepare for that. And there's always some... Oh, I do want to talk about some other, professional companies that don't get enough attention. Haunted Hills Productions come to mind, amongst other companies. That's more of the Halloween Party... this is Halloween Party Expo. The HauntCon side, but I want to talk about that stuff too. So...